So the two remote interior angles are 25 and 90. That's 115. These are the exact same problems you would see on the retake. What is the least information needed to prove that these triangles are congruent by side angle side? So far they're giving you a side and an angle. When a part of a triangle is in between two other parts, in this case, like on side angle side, the angle, Hattie, I know you know the answer, so you so like here, the fact that this angle would have to be in between two sides, what's the name that's given to that? Huh? But yeah, included. So if in order for that angle to be included, we would have to show that these two are the same. So which one says ln and PR are congruent? Remember, these are the ones who's the most. What is the perimeter of the triangle? What type of triangle is it? 45, 45, 90. So I know that one leg is 6.4, the other would be 6.4 because they're isosceles, right? But what I'm missing is the hypotenuse. So the perimeter would be equals 6.4 plus 6.4 plus 6.4 square root of 2. Perimeter is the perimeter part. I'm adding up all the sides. And it is a rounding problem as well. So you would use Wyatt's fancy calculator, put that all in at once. It equals. Wyatt, I think you were asking this the other day. How many zeros does the number 10 have? What? How many zeros are in the number 10? 1, right? So when they say round to the 10th place, that's where you remember it's 1 decimal place. It's the same as however many zeros are in that number. If they said, hey, round to the 1000th place, how many zeros are in 1,000? How many zeros are in 1,000? 3. So if they said round to the thousands, it would be 3 decimal places. Calculator died. Does anybody have a calculator that's worthy? 53.76, so 53.8. Let me see, because I don't want to give you a wrong answer. That you're all writing it down. Oh, because you have math print. Math print is what allows you to cheat on the other ones, on the ones with radicals and stuff. Well, I don't want to turn that off then. Yeah, see, Mickey. Bad news. It should be 21.9. And this actually will be online tonight also. So for the retake people, not only am I doing it for you now, but I would want you to do it on your own. But yes, you literally could watch the video and just answer the questions straight from the video. The sides of a right triangle are 15, 36, and 39. What is the measure of the smallest angle? Okay, draw a picture. So if this were a right triangle, and I don't even know, I don't even think these three sides could, like, if you were to put that into Pythagorean theorem, I'm not even sure if that would work. But let's just suspend disbelief and assume that it could be. So you would agree that the 39 would have to be the hypotenuse, right? So that's along the side. And the 15 and the 36 would be the legs. Well, the smallest angle would have to be opposite the smallest side. So that would be this one here. How do we find angles in right triangles? What type of trigonometry? Inverse. This would be inverse. Oh, actually, you can use inverse anything because you know all the sides. So you can use inverse whatever you want. I'll just use inverse tangent. If I use inverse tangent, then it would be 15 over 36. So let's just run through the whole gamut. If I wanted to use inverse cosine for some reason, what would it be? 36 over 39, excellent. And if I wanted to use inverse sine, 15 over 39. So regardless of which one I use, I should get the exact same decimal. What is that decimal? Yeah. And I didn't put word around. But what does it say? Which is
22.61.
22.61. It should take 23. I forgot how I programmed it, but it should take 23 or 22.6. Or you know what? Maybe what it was, maybe this is multiple choice, but it's just I typed in the multiple choice. That wouldn't show up here. That was here. Let me look it up. Because I want to give you good information. Monday. And then, yeah, Monday, and then we don't see each other again. Sad. Sad, sad day. No, you know, you're crazy. That's a district final. Yeah, I don't even think I could see it if I wanted to. Like, no. That's straight on the computer and it goes straight to the district. I don't grade that. I graded the performance, but not the regular final. Yes, ma'am. 15% of the final grade. And also, this came out yesterday. Not only is it 15% of your overall grade, if you do better on the final, then okay. This one says on the top, it says round to the nearest degree, so it is going to be yeah, it's 23. If you do better on the final than you did on yesterday's quiz, it'll replace yesterday's quiz also. No, it's not gonna then also change the what is the point of concurrency of altitudes? Memorization and study.
Oh, central.
Okay, let's go through all these. What is the orthocenter, the point of concurrency for? What is the circumcenter, the point of concurrency for? Perpendicular bisect. Study. What is the incenter, the point of concurrency for? We went over these. These showed up again for a second time on that construction packet that you did. No, it wasn't. That was about 3 weeks ago, maybe. And then we went over this even before that. Incenter is going to be angle bisector. And then central is median. Charisma Hughes. How dare you, young lady? Charisma. In the figure below, lines K, M, and N are parallel. What is the sum of measure of angle 1 and measure of angle 2? Okay, we can tell the measure of angle 1 is by looking at this. Actually, we can tell by this. What's the relationship between angle 1 and 50? They're alternate interior angles. What do we know about alternate interior angles? They are congruent, so angle 1 is 50. What's the relationship between the 150 and the 2? Same side interior, what's the relationship? And then what's the equivalency there? Supplementary, so 30 is 30. 50 and 30 is 8. Good guess, Kenny. Good guess. Use the figure below to answer the following questions. If the above triangle is a right triangle and the hypotenuse is 30, what does the measure of angle be? It's going to be inverse. What inverse function would get me b? Good. Inverse sine of 15. So, and what does that give us? What is the, should be 30, I'm guessing? Inverse sine of 15 divided by 30? Which would also make this. It does make it a 30, 60, 90. If you what? I doubt that if you think that you're calculating it correctly, but yeah, anything less than a 50 would be bad. That's what I can tell you. Well, you know what? I guess you could calculate it at this point because everything else is no. This is the way you'd have to calculate it. You would get your let's say your current percent of the class is X. You have so it would be X, and you would go 0.85 X plus 0.15. Remember, you're not going to really have an X. You're going to put whatever number it belongs to you. Plus 0.15, and then that's what you need to get on the final. Would give you whatever you want to end up with in the class. So if you're gonna do let's say you only want to just pass. So once you multiply these two, you would subtract and divide by 0.15. That is what you did. We're gonna talk about that. We'll see. We'll see if you calculated that correctly. Josh marked an X where he was standing and walked a distance and marked Y at his new location. So X, Y. He then turned around and walked halfway back to where he marked the W. Halfway means what? What is W if it's halfway between X and Y? Midpoint, good. From W, then he walks halfway to the X and marks a Z. So that's like a midpoint of a midpoint. And he measured the distance from X to Z, and it was 17.5. So that would mean 17.5. This is 17.5, and then this would have also two 17.5s in there. Or if you're good with mental math, that's the same as 35. So find XY. What's this long distance? That also. You planning on getting less than a 50 on the final? Good. Use the figure to solve for X. So X is an angle. What type of, both of those triangles are what types of triangles? Isosceles, good. So if this angle 78, so is this one. And I mean, look, you could calculate this angle here if you want, but you really don't even have to. But the important thing is that whatever this ends up being, it looks like off the top of my head to be like 24, I think. It's going to be the same as that. And if the other angle is also isosceles, that means that that other triangle has as many degrees left to split as this one here did. So X would also end up being 78. Right, Shaughnessy? I take my candy cane back. Solve for x in the following diagram. Okay, if we have x's and y's, what's the only relationship that we see there that involves the x's?
That was the question.
Y. I'll take it. I was hoping you would have said linear. So the equation will have to be x plus the 3x minus 8 is equal to 4x minus 8 is equal to 180 plus 8 plus 8. 4x is equal to 188 divided by 4, which is 47. How are the candy canes? That's my favorite.
Like sweet.
You like peppermint better, Kenny? You would, Kenny. Kenny would. It smells to be different. Sour, but not neither. Just back in my day, we didn't have sour ones. Yeah. Yeah. I got one more example left anyway, so I'm done, and then you can go. Oh wait. Yeah. Oh wait, no. Never mind. Just kidding. I have more than that. Oof, I have a lot more than that. Just go the last couple minutes. Like you can just take your stuff with you and go like at 8:14. Okay. What is the measure of angle SRP? What type of angle is SRP?
It's a linear straight line.
What type of angle is SRP using words that we've already used in class today?
A midpoint.
He's not here. Thanks, Hattie. It's exterior. It's on the outside, and that's equal to the sum of the two remote interiors. 5x minus 1. So 9x plus 2 is equal to 5x plus 22 minus 5x minus 5x minus 2 minus 2. 4x is equal to 20 divided by 2 divided by 2. Yahtzee, I'm done.
No.
No, but wait, there's more. Because they wanted SRP. So you got to just plug in that 5. Measure of angle SRP is equal to 9 times 5 plus 2, which is 47. For the above picture, the angle addition postulate states which of the following. Angle addition means that if you add two individual angles, this bigger angle is equal to the sum of both of them. So the big ABC is equal to the sum of the two small ones. Hey, Jasenia, what's the angle relationship there? They want the measure of angle E, and I'll even give you one of them, that these are vertical, so we know that E is going to be the same as x plus 30. But if we look at the two angles here that have x's on them, the two angles that are shown here,
they're the same.
why? Come on, Hattie. Corresponding. These two angles here are corresponding. Scotty was saying alternate exterior. Yes, if I use like transitive property and I make this x plus 30, then that means that yes, those would also be congruent because of alternate exterior. So minus x plus 45 plus 45 cancels, x is 75. They wanted the measure of angle E though, so for angle E I have to add 30. 75 and 30 is 105. So I'm going to go a little faster so I can try to finish more of these so I can do the retake for you basically. Oh, this is a good one. And you have it. Here we go. I still have one of these. If all of those special segments are medians, what do you call this point of concurrency here in the middle? So the key here is that if you look at a centroid, the distance from a centroid to any angle is going to be double the distance from the centroid to that same side. So if xi is if the entire median is 6, well, that means that 2/3 of so they want di. So that means that ID is 1/3 of the total distance, and then dx is 2/3 of the total distance. So what's 1/3 of 6? What's 1/3 of 6? You're gonna each get one side of the candy cane and meet in the middle, or is that what you're planning on? Oh, Bazit would do that. What are the values of A and B that make this a pair? Okay, so what do we know about the sides of a parallelogram? Opposite sides are congruent, so I can say 4A plus B is equal to 21. Oh man, that's not going to help me because that has 2 variables. Oh wait, maybe the other side's going to help me. 3A minus 2B is equal to 13. Oh man, that's not going to help me either because that has 2 variables. But what we've done, yeah, we've by mistake we've created a system. So if you take it back to the good old days in Algebra 1, we have a system that can be solved by elimination. 11A would be equal to 55, so A is 5. Once A is 5, plug it into whichever equation you want. I'll use the one with 4A, so 4 times 5 plus B, 21. I'm not done yet. B is 1. Shelly, you can go already. The length of a hypotenuse of a right triangle is 32 inches, and the length of one of the legs is 18. What's the length of the nearest tenth of the other leg? Here, instead of just doing this one, we'll just talk about how would you do this, and then you can do it on your own at home. If the hypotenuse is 32 and one of the legs is 18, how would you find the other leg? Pythagorean theorem, yeah. Angle ABD. So we already did one like this. What type of angle is ABD? Exterior, so 2x plus 16 is equal to x plus 12 plus 58. You do that on your own at home. You will solve it on your own. RT and TX are perpendicular. All right, what is the point of concurrency of perpendicular bisectors?
You have to double what
It sounds a lot like a male rite of passage that's done in the early years. Circumcenter, good, yeah. So what you need to know about circumcenters is that they're just equidistant from the angles. So this distance is the same as this distance is the same as that distance. So they want TC. How long is TC going to be? Use a tangent ratio to solve for x. I'll assume you know how to do that one. I don't know how that was missed so much. Here, I'll just write 10 of 43 is equal to 36. Kenny, what do you end up doing there? Divide. Which of the following proves that quadrilateral GHJK is a parallelogram? We know opposite angles should be complementary, has no business here. We don't have any perpendicular sides. Not all sides are congruent. That would make it a rhombus. So it has to be a consecutive angles are supplementary. What is the length of GE? So parallel proportionality theorem. 3 over 4 is equal to this x that we're looking for because it's on the same side as the 3 over 6. So 4x is equal to 18 divided by 4. X should be 4.5. Use a proportion. Oh, I finished solving. State the most specific name for this. What do you name it when consecutive sides are congruent? So, if I went kind of faster at the end, I'll put this on right here.